Proverbs 18:17. I will show my love to those who passionately love me, for they will search and search continually until they find me. Unending wealth and glory come to those who discover where I dwell. We started talking about this yesterday, and we're going to continue to talk about that. And I just want to say that to start this off, when growing up, I was always a daddy's girl. And this is really what he's talking about, being his girl, being his son, being like when your dad came home from work or from wherever he was, you got excited. My dad used to pick me up and twirl me around, and we would giggle and just, reminisce about our days because he'd be gone for a little bit at a time. And so it was exciting. And that's the kind of relationship that God wants with you, that you're so excited that you just want to hear from him every single day. That's how I am. I need to hear him to know that I'm okay with him. So let's read this again. Well, first, let's acknowledge him, Jesus. Father, thank you so much for revealing truth to us, for showing us how much you love us. We love you and praise you and give you all the glory. I will show my love to those who passionately love me, for they will search. Okay, let's just stop here. I'll show my love to those who passionately love me. And we touched on that yesterday. What he's saying is, to love someone often is misinterpreted. Like people will say, oh, you're spoiling him. When I was bringing my son up, I said, no, I'm loving him. And that's what God wants to do. He wants to spoil you. He wants to love you. He wants that relationship with you where you just look to him as someone who's going to take care of you. You know that. And that's how close you are. You just know that he's going to take care of you. And so when you have that relationship with him, when you passionately love him, he's going to spoil you. They will search and search and continually until they find me. Search and search until you find him. That would prove that you love him. A long time ago, he said that to me. He said, I want you to want me. He's revealing his heart to us. He wants you to passionately go after him. Like he's the only thing that matters to you. So it says, I will show my love to those who passionately love me, for they will search and search continually until they find me. Unending wealth and glory come to those who discover where I dwell. So what he's saying is, when you get it, when you know who he is, when you know that he's your father and he's going to take care of you, and there's nothing that would stop him for those who love him. And Jesus said, if you love me, you'll obey me. And so when you recognize him for who he is and follow his ways, when you let him take you down that path of righteousness, it says, the riches of righteousness and long satisfying life will be given to him. Righteousness is richness, knowing which path to take. Father, which way do I go? Are you there? I talked to you about that vision I had yesterday. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, where are you? I need you to talk to me. Hello there. I'm just used to him talking to me as soon as I wake up. And I saw this little bird with his mouth wide open and waiting for that worm to be dropped in his mouth. Just waiting to hear his guidance. That's richness, to be able to hear him. And the person that can hear him is the person that seeks until he finds him. What I impart has greater worth than gold and treasure, and the increase I bring benefits more than a windfall of income. And the increase I bring benefits more than a windfall of income. He's he's more. He's more than just stuff. He's more than, like a dad. He's just going to love you and take care of you and be there for you all the time. He'll never leave you or forsake you. That's more than anything. That's worth more than anything. Just to know you can have someone to constantly depend upon. Psalm 91. Even with all the things that are going on around you, you're going to be guarded and protected. That's my little girl. That's my son. And you're going to have a guard over you. He's going to take care of you. And then it says, I lead you to the ways of righteousness to discover the paths of true justice. He's going to lead you down the way that is right and true. Those who love me gain great wealth and a glorious inheritance, and I will fill their lives with treasures. When you acknowledge him and you're taking that path he tells you to take. When he says, no, you know it's for a good reason. And you know that he's going to give you your heart's desire. And if he says wait, then you wait. Just like your dad. Wait, honey, not today. And the reason sometimes we're not at a place of understanding, but if we keep trusting him, he's going to show us. And when you know that you can trust him, you're going to wait. Say, okay. And it's because you get up every morning and seek for him to guide you and to lead you. So because you know that you are his child, just like in your relationship with your dad, you know that he loves you and he's going to take care of you. And so you don't worry about things. You don't worry, will he? Will he really do that for me? You're not going to worry about it. You're just going to know. You're going to expect it. He expects to take care of you. He expects you to ask. He expects you to follow him. And he expects you that you would be sure that he would take care of you. And so when you ask for something, if you keep asking, he may say to you, stop asking, I already heard you. And what he's saying is, where's your faith? I said I would, and I will do it at the proper time. Now, there might be another instance where Jesus said, keep on asking. And in that instance, what he's saying is, don't give up. Don't give up. It's a stage where you're at. And that's why you have to have that relationship. So you can hear him talk to you. So you can hear him say, okay, I heard you. And now you have to be sure that I will do it. If there's anything else you need to know, I'll let you know. And during that time, many times, the enemy will come and try to talk you out of waiting. But when you get up every day and you're excited to meet with your daddy, and he assured you he's going to do something, and you hang on to that, the enemy's not going to talk you out of it. Don't give the enemy your attention. Don't focus on what he's saying. Focus on what your dad said. He said, yes, of course. And many times we do wait because we got off track and we started listening to the enemy and distrusting our Father. But like you said, when you find out where he dwells and you're excited to be with him every single minute of your life, like you with your dad, then you're not going to doubt. And then it's going to come to pass. You know he's going to do it. And sometimes he might give you a faith direction. He might say, You're not acting like you have it. Act like you have it. Yeah, and when you're that close to him, you're going to act like you have it. Well, it's my dad. He's going to get it. He just needs a little time, or he's got to work something out, or, whatever. I trust him. It's happening. I already know. I already know he's going to do it. And when you are in that place where he dwells, no one's going to be able to talk you out of that. And you don't even have to try. You don't have to beg because you just know. Many people that aren't close to him, they're just going, please God, please God, please God. I've done that. He said, don't beg me. That's not how it works. You just trust me. You're my daughter. You know that it's going to happen. It's already happening. It's already in the works. And then we follow his principles. We're his kids, so we do what he does. He said, let there be light, and there was light. So we say it. We say it. We call it. And we believe it's going to happen because that's how he taught us to be. He taught us that is the way to live in his kingdom. So you called it, and now it's yours. You asked, and now you expect. And he expects you to ask, and he expects you to follow his principles. So on the other hand, if you completely ignore what he said, if he said, yeah, I'll get you out of debt, but stop using your credit card, and you keep using your credit card, or yeah, I'll get you out of debt. I mean, yeah, I'll heal you if you stop eating this food. This food is killing you. I'll do this, but you got to follow my principles. And so from a baby on, you start learning who your daddy is, and you walk in his way. And then, of course, he's going to take care of you. And when you have that knowing, you're going to act like you already have it. You already have it. I don't have to worry about it. It's done. It's finished. Because my dad said so. And it's his responsibility to take care of me. And it's my responsibility to trust him. So yeah, I expect it. I know where he lives. I know what he thinks. I know where he dwells. I know what I have to do. And if he said, first I need to quit smoking, then I quit smoking. And my motivation is, I asked him for something, and he said, okay, quit smoking, and then we'll do that. But if you don't do what he said, then what he tells you to do, then he's not going to do it. Because once he says something, he means what he said, and he's not going to change his mind. He's faithful to his word. And he treats all his children the same. And so you can't think, well, he's going to let me get away with it because he loves me. Then you don't really know where he dwells yet. And you got to get to that place where you're so close, where you just know, where favor starts popping up. I passed 3 kidney stones, and each time he healed me. And the third time, I said, wow, how come I don't have any pain? Because he told me I was passing a kidney stone. And he said, I just decided to take it from you because we were that close. And he knew I would ask him anyway. And so he just did that favor. We have favor with him because we're his children. Just like in any father-daughter, father-son relationship, you have favor with your dad. He loves you, and he'll do anything for you, and you're going to do anything for him because you have that connection. You know he loves you. You know he's going to take care of you. You just know that you know that you know because you know him. You know where he dwells. I want to treat you Proverbs 8:4. If you wait at wisdom's doorway, longing to hear a word for every day, joy will break forth within you as you listen for what I say. And it's so true. When he says something to you, it brings you joy, excitement, because he wants to do good for you. And over again, you're going to hear him say, I have a surprise for you. I'm going to do this for you. And sometimes it's so long in between, but you know he has a surprise for you. You know he's going to take care of you. You know he's in love with you. And when you love him, right? I'll show my love. I'm going to spoil those who passionately love me. What does passion mean? Something you're passionate about. I love him. I got to have him in my life. I have to hear what he says to me. I have to hear him. I need to. I have to. I can't go without him. And when you get to that place, you just have that assurance that whatever he says to you, it just keeps you. It keeps you. It's like him holding you. It's going to be all right, honey. I'm going to take care of you. Don't listen to the evil one. Don't look at what you see. Every day, he's going to meet you where you're at and say this encouraging word to you that you need to hear. He's going to give you the word that you need to hear right there and right then. I was having a thought, maybe a little girl coming home from school. Someone said something mean, Daddy, and he's going to comfort her and encourage her. And that's kind of like how it is with the enemy. He tries you to distrust, and then you run to Daddy, and he says, It's okay. It's okay, honey. I'm going to take care of you. Just come over here. Let me put my arms around you. I was just remembering when I was a little girl, I wanted a kitty so bad, and my mom and dad said no. And I never asked why, but anyway, after school every day, I went to visit the kitties that were just born. And the last day I went, there was only one kitty left. And all the way home, I prayed, please, I want to have this kitty. I already knew that they said no, but I was believing that their love for me would change my mind, change their mind. And they couldn't resist. My dad couldn't resist saying, okay, you can have the kitty. My mom couldn't resist because they love me that much. That's how God is. He can't resist giving you the desires of your heart, especially when you're looking to him, when you come to him, when you're not using your credit card, when you don't get someone else's opinion first, when you're totally reliant on him. Go to him. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. You can live in that place of rest. Let him comfort you with his wisdom, with his words. Let him spoil you. He wants to spoil you. He wants to bless you because you have made him your fortress, your God in who you trust. And that happened because you took the time to get to know him. Let's pray. Thank you so much for wanting to spoil us. Thank you for showing us where you dwell and also what you expect from us. Thank you for showing us who you are. We love you and praise you. Give you all the glory. So, if you haven't let him love you, start now. Passionately seek him, and you will find him. And when you find him and you find out where he lives, you're going to want to be with him. Go over there every single day. You're going to want to. He's not going to have to ask you. You're going to be running to him because you know you can count on him. You know he's going to spoil you. You know he can't resist saying yes to you. Thanks so much for listening today. God bless you.